The uncle saving.
And we're off. Uncle just saying hey before he walks off to his death.
I wonder where our uncle is going.
And just an arrow upgrade in Link's house.
It's always good to get that early arrow upgrade, because if you get the bow as the first weapon, then you get 5 more arrows straight up. Possibly, like, so that's pretty hype.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that with bombs, like if you get a bomb upgrade in Link's house, and then the uncle gives you the bomb item, I know, like, rather than just give you the 10 bombs, it actually fills up your entire bomb capacity.
Well,
I'm not sure if it does the same with arrows.
Yeah, it never happened to me, so it's pretty interesting if it happens. Oh, the fire rod.
The fire rod, as with all magic, that's going to make it a small challenge to farm for bombs effectively, just because you do want to make sure you have enough magic to handle the combat.
Hold your thought. No more farming for bombs. We found bombs already.
That is super convenient for both of our runners. 3 bombs that should give that's of course going to give us the items in escape, likely the Blind's Hut, and the bottom of the well in Kakariko.
Yeah, I like the bomb search, but I like it also when they got the bombs early, because now they can only focus on execution and trying to clear the escape as fast as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fire rod's going to make that super easy, particularly with the ball and chain guard. You don't have to worry about pots. You don't have to worry about getting hit by his chain. Just everything burns.
Yeah, but they slow burn. It's like slow cooking. It chills there, and then he's burning while you open the chest.
All right, so some early health. That'll be nice, especially if we don't see any mail upgrades in the early game.
Well, after 3 chests, it's rare that you get the mail upgrade. But yeah, it's very, very good to get, like... I prefer to get big hearts and then pieces of hearts early on, because you never know when you're going to get, like, Dark World at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like almost every other seed that I've seen race, there's some races where just slowly it keeps giving you rupees. Crossproduct probably will be going back for that magic refill. And
yeah.
Gloves in Escape. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and just like that, if they have Dark World access pretty fast with the Fire Rod, that means Cold Woods and Matula is like pretty hard fight early on when you have not a lot of life.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like both of them have gotten their magic refill, so we're going into going with a fresh Fire Rod into Escape with the ball and chain guards. That's really nice.
Yeah, I wonder if the runners are gonna try to farm for more bombs, because 3 is good, but sky is the limit.
And there's a blue rupee in Zelda's chest, and I was kind of mentioning earlier, like there seem to be like every other seed where, you know, sometimes you go into Kakariko and it's absolutely loaded. You get hammer, gloves, mail upgrades, Canis Mario, all this good stuff. And then every other seed, it's like you find every bomb upgrade in the game in Kakariko Village, or you find every rupee in the game before you get to Mini Moldorm Cave, and it just takes forever for the seed to unravel.
You know what's the worst? Is when you go buy bombs because you didn't find anywhere, and then the first thing you open with a bomb is bomb behind.
I have been there.
I always hate it when it happens, but it always seems to happen when I buy bombs. Alright. Both runners are pretty near each other after already 4 minutes here. Almost.
Yeah, I'm not having super good RNG with the guards right there. Not really a way to get through them without damage boosting.
Yeah, the Fire Rod, you don't want to use it on these because it's gonna slow you. It's faster just to go through, I guess. As where, like in MNG, you would use the boomerang.
Yeah, and especially if you're looking at conserving fire rod shots, there are better places to use it. The hallway coming up here with the snakes, for one. There's also a nice little corner up here that you can farm the rats.
Oh yeah, and maybe they were gonna want to keep since they already have 3 bombs. Maybe they want to keep the magic for later on in the seed, like the mini Moldorm Cave. If you don't have bombs, fire shot will kill them.
All right, so we got a small key in the dark room and escape. So I think we're still looking for a map. And other than that, we're all items from here on out.
That's what I live for, items, not maps.
Yeah, so something I learned about these rats right before this tournament. The first direction they pause and they sit there for a minute. The first direction they go into is random, but after that they only travel clockwise.
Really?
Yeah, I never knew that. The first direction is random, but after that, anytime they hit a wall, they'll always go clockwise.
And
Half
that's like
magic.
half magic. It's a good pairing with the fire rod early on, and it's
Yeah.
also another refill right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were mentioning an early Mockula play. Half magic certainly makes that a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. Especially without a sword, but you need a sword to go there anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Especially without a sword, Fire Rod is a very nice, reliable source of damage early on in the game.
Solski first in the Sanctuary in the sub-6 time. Pretty good.
Getting your beloved piece of heart in the Sanctuary chest.
Yes. Quarter pieces of love from the princess and the priest.
So we'll see if we'll get a lumberjack check or if they'll opt to go right to the Lost Woods here. It looks like Solski is going to check lumberjack, so we'll see very quick if it's going to be a Ganon required seed. Cross product doing the same.
Yeah. Already a bit of a divergence. Oh, arrows. Doesn't take the third one, so cannot. Is still not using the capacity upgrade he got early on.
Yeah, red rupees from the bush crab is actually really convenient. It was like cross product is taking the other tier. Oh, and it pays off with bombs. So he is definitely set for Kakariko and South Shore here.
Yeah, only a piece of art on the ledge here, so. But it doesn't mean the Aghanim is dead, because still no armor, still no second glove, but it's very early.
Yeah, right now we are either a lift upgrade or hammer Moon Pearl away from Dark World, and we just got the Moon Pearl right there. So now all we lack is the glove and either a glove upgrade or a hammer, and then we have Dark World access.
I didn't know that Moon Pearl grew in the forest.
It's just a weird shaped mushroom.
Yeah. It's much crunchier. And a shovel. Fetch quest. Let's go. It's very convenient to get a shovel just before Kakariko, because you can check it after you leave.
Yeah, it is a walk. It'll be interesting to see if our runners decide to make that play, because it is very convenient just to save and quit to Link's house and do South Shore.
Yeah.
It may be more time than the runners are willing to invest for a single item at this point of the game, especially when you have, that item density of mini multiple games.
Yeah, obviously, if they can wait until Stumpy, if they get Mirror, then it's faster for them to combine those two checks. But what if the Mirror is at the shovel spot?
Solski, finding bombs and rupees. I was about to make a comment. Cross product really taking advantage of that tree pool. And flippers. Holy cow, we're getting a lot of progression here in Kakariko.
Yeah, progression. I like getting exploration items early on, like flippers. Although this, right now, it kills the fake flipper play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, especially if they get any more rupees. Cross product, once he opens this chest, if he opts not to do the bottle vendor, Zora is an option for him.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth it to skip the bottle vendor for Zora?
I would probably take the bottle vendor at this point, especially with Mini Moldorm and Mini Moldorm Cave and Ice Rod Cave, and you have the dam, so there's many opportunities to pick up rupees along the way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're looking to make a big gamble this early in the game, that's certainly an option for you. And with 50 rupees...
Because if you know that you're going to Zora because you have the flippers now... and a good play to pick it because it's the Cane of Samaria right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cross Product about to pick up 50 rupees at the bottom of this well. He will have Bottle Vendor and Zora money very early.
Yeah, already quite a bit of progression in Kakariko. And a blue mail upgrade. I'm gonna make any Dark World more easy for runners.
Yeah, absolutely. And that would be an interesting decision to make if there's a lift upgrade or a hammer here in the digging game. Do you keep going toward South Shore, or do you make a dip into the Dark World at this point?
Yeah, I like those seeds where Dark World is accessible at the 10-minute mark, and you're like, okay, I have so much things to look. Where do I go? I love it. Let's hope we get the hammer soon.
Just
Bomb
bombs
at
in
the
the
library.
library.
Yeah.
Won't be coming back there for that.
Well, it's 3 bombs.
Just a blue rupee at the race game, so we won't be getting that either. And it does look like Solski is making the play for the shovel.
Yeah, deciding that. Oh, and he shoveled early on here. He's already and do you happen to know? Yeah, what the cross product did here?
Yeah, I think he might have submitted some of the text for some of those NPCs. So I think he makes it a point in every race to go talk to the NPC.
And the lamp. Wow,
Ooh, that's a big play, especially because one of the favorite plays here early game is to dip Eastern.
Yeah.
So that puts one more Eastern chest in the logic, even if it's not a completable dungeon right now.
Yeah. Both these runners, I'm pretty sure they are very comfortable with the dark rooms. So, but it's a fire source. But they already add the fire rod. So.
Yeah, it looks like crossproduct is running the race game blind. I actually probably would have made this play myself. Looking in Kakariko, there wasn't a lot. I mean, we did get some key items, but it really wasn't very loaded, especially compared to some of the other seeds.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I don't get a lot in Kakariko, I just go ahead and make a blind run at the race game.
Yeah, I do the same, man. Sometimes I like to gamble, and it's quite a bit of a time save if you pull it off, but sometimes it doesn't work like it just did for crossproduct. And he gets his lamp. So no more dark room for any of our runners. Sorry about that. But it's better for us because we get to enjoy sprites in the dark.
Just a green rupee in the dam. The dam not being very valuable this game.
Nope. But another bush crab here is gonna make the Zora accessible for Solski. So he gets to get the bottle vendor and Zora. Very good.
Fire Rod should make quick work of this mini Moldorm cave.
Yeah. Still not as fast as the hook shot, but very nice. 4 shots.
Got the little shield, piece of heart, another piece of heart, a full heart, and bombs.
It's the love cavern.
Yeah, not a very exciting cave. Although that small shield, it might turn into a fireball shield, may turn into a mirror shield.
Yeah. You have to keep dreaming about even little shields can attain a great status later in their life.
Absolutely. Just a red rupee on Lake Hylia. It'll be interesting to see if Solski heads back for the Ice Rod Cave.
It's a gamble. It might pay off. It might not. Oh, we go for the Storm Arcane strat here on cross-product side.
Yeah, it's definitely a slower method, but it's also he conserves more magic using that.
Yeah.
So interesting strat from cross-product there.
And we have to say it has more swag. And some people might disagree, but swag is I think it's as most important as winning, We got a map check on Solski while there was swag on cross-product.
Yeah, I missed it. I wasn't able to see what it was.
The love cavern. Yeah, the thieves. He's alone in there. When you go, it's love time.
So they're both making a run on this Ice Rod Cave. For me, anytime I check this cave, it has nothing on it. Anytime I skip it, it always has the most amazing item.
And it's a bottle!
Yeah, not super exciting in and of itself, but it does unlock the Kakariko Sick Kid. So
Yeah.
we'll get to see what item he is holding.
But it's an empty bottle. Like, that's the worst possible bottle you can get.
Actually, I think I would take an empty bottle over a B.
Have you ever used a B against Matula?
It's the worst. Like,
It
the
works.
worst.
It works!
It works if you want to take a lot of damage.
I'll take the B. Hammer in the waterfall cave.
Hammer and Red Meringue. So that is our Dark World access at 15 minutes in, or 16 minutes in, rather.
Yeah, 16 minutes in, and we have both boomerangs acquired for both of runners. So, Dark World or not Dark World? That is the question right now for Solski. And I guess crossproduct is gonna add there just after, right after.
Without a sword, I feel like I might dip Eastern because there's a possibility of 5 or 6 items at this point. Hopefully one of them would be a sword. Although we do have the hammer and the Cane of Samaria, so we can damage blind. But yeah, I would be looking for a sword myself. Just a heart piece from Zora, so not really worth 500 rupees there.
Well, yeah, 500 rupees is a lot, but there's gonna be more opportunities to get money, and you only ever need 100 rupees after Zora for opening a pod, so still worth to check it.
Yeah, 100 rupees for pod. I think the digging game is 80 rupees. And then if we need the big bomb to get into the pyramid fairy, I think that's
yeah. So both the 3 pendants are in the Dark World. I think I saw Thieves Town, Pod, and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I saw the blue pendant on Thieves Town. So I'm thinking that gives us the red crystal, one of the 5-6 crystals at Tower of Hera, and then blue crystals at Eastern and Swamp, Eastern and Desert.
Yeah. Are we gonna see another Love Cavern here? No. It's a money cavern. It's the bank. The Hype Cave is the bank today. Why is it that? Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, just someone in chat's bringing up a point about Solski's movement. It is interesting. I feel like Solski and crossproduct have made very similar checks, but Solski does have quite a few seconds on crossproduct right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they had the routing for both runners was very similar. I think exactly the same routing item-wise almost. But Solski already at the pyramid, while crossproduct just got it going to the bank right now.
It looks like Pod was green pendant. And you were correct, Turtle Rock is our other pendant.
And there's a sword! So we can officially go beat Matula right now, which I'm pretty hype about. But is that what they're gonna do?
I mean, I don't think you did Pod at this point because you don't have the items to complete it, and it's very possible that it's immediately bow locked.
Well, I think Solski differs with you. He's heading that direction right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a play that you can make. If it pays off, it's going to pay off big for sure. Because I don't know that this is a. I mean, then again, though, Solski's 3-1, I'm 2-2, so
yeah,
I'm far from an expert.
But
I don't feel like this is a play that many runners would make.
Yeah, but we're getting in the point at tournament, like 3-1 bracket. You're facing a great opponent right now. So, I think if you have a gamble, you have to take it because that's maybe something that's gonna make you win the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And if this isn't especially if it's not bow lock, this would be a very valuable play. It could be.
Well, a lot of the time, bow has been there, so never underestimate the dips in pod. Pod is a lot of items. 6 items, I think. And crossproduct just get its sword. We'll see if we do the same as Solski and adds into pod, or if we're going to see the first difference in routing choices right now.
We do have a key in the basement of pod, so we are moving forward.
That's exciting. Exciting. Oh. Crossproduct swimming, taking a little bit of a stride in the Dark World water. I always thought that the Dark World water looks very dirty.
Well, it is a dark world, not necessarily known for its cleanliness.
Yeah, so it's very courageous from Link's point here, even though it's not the Link sprite. I don't know the sprite on this character, but worthy of the Pendant of Courage.
And Solski not getting a key in that second chest, so if he doesn't get a key here, then we're done with pod.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything in his bottles. If he add something in his bottle, he could do the bottle glitch. But sadly, 2 bottles and 0 green goo or blue goo or any goo.
We do get a key though, so the pod dream is still alive.
And we have a that's opened up a lot of checks here.
And just a red rupee from Catfish, so not really worth the walk up there.
I wonder if Solski is gonna go for a Catfish, because from having watched some Solski streams, he doesn't like the Catfish.
I don't know that anybody really likes Catfish. Solski still keeping up with the keys, so he will be able to get in the back of the pod.
He really doesn't like the Catfish. He has like a permanent image saying like, don't go to the Catfish.
To your point earlier, crossproduct is picking up a potion. I wonder if he might be heading back down to pod, preparing for the case that it might be bow-locked.
Yeah, that's a possibility here. And I didn't even know there was a potion in this house. Learning every day.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing about Solski, part of his bio, he does not hammer jump.
Yeah.
So we won't be seeing that from him for sure. If he found the big key in this right side, that might be an option for him. But I really don't think we'll see that unless he grabs like a small key to check this dark side. And there's a small key, so we'll see if he gets the big key.
Armor Jump is mostly useful, I think, in key sanity, but I've seen occasions where the Armor Jump is very useful in Randomizer standard also. If you have to dip it, then if you can Armor Jump, sometimes you don't have to go, when you go back with the bow, you don't have to do the bow sequence, and you can save time.
Solski finding the big key, but unfortunately does not find a small key, so without the bomb jump, he's not able to get to the dark maze. So the rest of pod is bow locked.
Yeah, and we'll see. I think crossproduct is gonna attempt the potion glitch here with his $300 investment on 2 potions. So maybe that's gonna be a play that's gonna shake things up here.
Yeah, with the potion glitch, I would think the only thing you can't get to in pod right now is Helmasaur himself.
That's true, man. That's very true, and we still don't know if Helmasaur has an item, because we are still missing chests, and we're gonna see the sick kid. Oh,
Master Sword, that's big.
Yeah, the sick kid is like the gatekeeper of the Master Sword.
Yeah, weapons of mass destruction in the sick kid's head.
Yeah, no wonder he was sick.
Yeah, so good thing though, cross product likely, I mean, unless he finds something big in the dark maze, he will probably be making his way over here very shortly.
Yeah. And Solski is gonna give us our first look at the Village of Outcasts. And somebody in the chat seems to be asking a question about the potion glitch.
Yeah, when you're in the Bowlock section of Pod, there's a hallway with 3 jellies in it. And if you are walking along the wall and you drink a potion before the camera reaches the end of the hallway to the point where the camera locks, and you drink a potion, it confuses the camera. So the camera isn't locked to the room the way it should be. So at that point, you can manipulate the mimics to where they actually walk off screen and leads the game into believing that it's no longer in the room. So once cross product clears these jellies, we're probably going to see it right here.
Right here. A moment of silence for the potion ditch. He gets it. And the door is open without killing the mimics. That's like magic, man.
Yeah, really well pulled off. The way Zelda is made, some rooms are just single rooms, but then you have some rooms that are known as super tiles, which is actually 4 rooms in one. And some of those rooms have enemies in them. So with the logic of that room, if you counted all of the enemies, technically when you're in that room, I believe the hallway below it is still loaded. So if you wanted to say all the enemies in the room need to die, the jellies would be counted in that because it's a super tile. But by tricky, so the game's way around that is, when you kill all the enemies on the screen, it unlocks the room. So what he does is he manipulates it to where no enemies are on the screen, which satisfies the condition to unlock the door.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there was nothing valuable behind the potion ditch. So Pod right now seems like a bust.
Well, keep in mind, though, that allows him to get into the dark maze, and we didn't see that from Solski.
Oh, good catch. And surely there's going to be something there.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot in Skull Woods.
Yeah. Matsula is about to be taken care of. So, but Master Sword is going to be Master Sword, Fire Rod, Double Magic, and Blue Mail. This should be a piece of cake here.
Absolutely. I'm actually not a huge fan of Fire Rod strats against Mothula. I don't know what it is. I just don't understand it. I actually prefer Hammer myself.
Wow. Oh, me. I'm a Master Fire Rod here against Mothula if I don't have the Tempered Sword.
About to see Solski with Fire Rod strats to see how well this goes. Yeah. And some spin strats.
He's an hybrid. He's like you and me together in a better... in a better form.
And he is doing work on Mothula with that Fire Rod.
Yeah. And it gets the first crystal of the seed at 27 minutes and 51 seconds.
Yeah, very clean Mothula fight. I've actually seen some people use spin attacks for the sole reason that the sparkles on your spin attack will lag the room, which makes it easier to dodge everything.
Yeah, that's a good strat, because most of the time I think what does more damage is not actually Mothula itself or the beam she sent. It's the spike around you that gets uncontrollable after a while.
And Solski, without a mirror, he will be walking out of Skullwood, so we will probably see a Thieves' Chown, maybe Village of Outcast check. Magic Powder in the Dark Maze on cross-product screen.
And with the hammer, Magic Powder, the bat is accessible, and Master Sword.
Master Sword!
So now the sick kid will hold the Tempered Sword for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bombos. So that's bad for Solski, because I don't know when he's coming back here.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. If Mizurmeyer is Bumble's luck. But it could be a good thing if TR has the Bumbos and it has nothing. So it could lure him into TR. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awkward, because Pod's already appended as it is. So to have to double dip appended dungeon is one of the worst things you could be asked to do in Randomizer.
Yeah, but TR is always a great gamble, because the number of items in there is very high. And right now they have everything. They have the red cane and they have the fire rod, so they can progress pretty far into the TR if it's Bumbos. But they don't have the glove to open it. But I guess they'll get it pretty soon.
Yeah, Solski not finding a whole lot around the village of Outcasts. Just rupees so far, I believe.
Yep, and he's heading into Thieves Town right now.
And old man only giving cross product single arrow.
Sometimes 1 arrow is all you need. Like if you finish the seeds with 0 arrow, you have to thank the old man. If it's the last arrow that is gonna kill Ganon, if they have silvers.
And speaking of arrows, Solski finding the 10 arrow item in Thieves Town.
And both of runner are right now equal in arrow counts at 21. I'm gonna keep a tab on that. So far, nothing so much in Thieves Town. But since it's a crystal, no, it's a pendant. So
Thieves Town's pendant.
yeah, it's a pendant. So that's unfortunate. You always prefer to find items early on, and sometimes you don't go for the second part. But Solski is gonna go all the way here.
Yeah, at the same time though, like I'm looking at their inventory, I don't know that any crystal dungeons are fully completable at this point.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because we need the hook shot or mirror to get into Tower of Hera. We need the hook shot to complete Swamp at this point. The hook shot and mirror to complete Swamp.
Let's see if cross product here with the magic powder is gonna get a big lead, or if it's just gonna be a bust here. That could make a big difference in this race. ₹20.
Good. I mean, not that I'm rooting for anyone in particular, but I was going to feel real bad for Solski if that was like Titan's Mitts or something like that.
Yeah, and just having like the tempered sword and the powder for fairies is gonna be like still a great advantage for cross product, just in terms of doing the room faster.
Cross product about to get his tempered sword.
And he sparkles the sick kid with magic powder. I love it. The swag is real with cross product. So cross product looks like he's heading into the Dark World. Probably gonna do the same play here and get into Skullwoods. Do you think?
Yeah, I would definitely do Skullwoods before doing Thieves Town at this point, especially with Skullwoods being a crystal. And having Tempered Sword, that's going to be a much easier fight for him.
Oh yeah. It's going to be much easier, but Solski made still a great job, so... not so much time to that he will be able to gain here, but everything... and a mirror! Wow.
Mirror in Basement in Thieves Town, so that means that Pendant Thieves Town was required.
Yeah, and now that mountain becomes a good play, because before you could only go and get like the uncle, the old man in Zaro, but now you can add into Era and you can check all of West Dead Mountain. Lots of options have just opened for Solski.
Yeah, at this point, I think I would definitely check out Death Mountain. So we're seeing a blind fight from Solski. He's taking an interesting stance. I've never seen this before. So the blind fight is actually a scripted fight. Blind does the exact same thing every time. If you do the same thing, Blind does the same thing. So Solski, he's not following a script that I'm familiar with, but at the same time, Blue Male, as much health as he has, it's a very comfortable fight. As he's taken, he actually just took that line right there. So,
but if Zelda: Link to the Past Randomizer is like the Avengers, they could be like 14 million scripts of blind fights. So choose your one you want and just go with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's see if he heads up into the dark mountain, or he goes the south route right now.
Yeah, while you're here, they don't really have quick access to the dark world. I mean, I don't know. I guess you do have the south portal in Link's house, but yeah, I mean, you have the mirror, so you have a digging game right here. You have Stumpy, you have Cave 45. So I would go ahead and get these checks out of the way while you're here.
And he goes for the digging game. Let's see what art. Oh, he doesn't go for hard. He goes for straight up lines. I'm pretty sure cross product is gonna have more swag. And he gets a rupee and he leaves.
Yeah, digging game not really being very valuable.
With the mirror, he's gonna be able to check Cave 45.
The Cave 45, it is called that because that is what the cave is called in the code. And there's not really anything else. You can call it the south of the Grove Cave, but really nothing remarkable about it. So yeah. Cave 45 is just the name that stuck.
But I call it K45 here because I know it's the official name, but I call it Bush Garden.
Yeah, crossproduct had a very easy mock-dealer fight, especially with Tempered. Getting his crystal, so now Solski and crossproduct are tied as far as crystal count goes. Although crossproduct is most likely heading to Thieves Town, which of course will be the correct play because he'll get his mirror.
Oh yeah. And mirror is primordial because swamp is a crystal. Swamps can sometimes be the only dungeon that requires the mirror in the seed, but we need it this time around.
Yeah, and in this case, at least with the equipment we have, we also need it for Tower of Hera.
Yeah, that's true, but not every seed. But yeah, today that's what's gonna happen because Solski is on his way, climbing up and meeting an old man on the way. Also, it was a nice modular fight for crossproduct with the tempered sword. It's only 4 hits. That's pretty good value.
Yeah, so at this point, Solski is I mean, I don't want to say like ahead and like he's in the lead, but at least as far as checks go, he is a little bit in front of crossproduct. But crossproduct has checked the catfish, and he checked the dark maze in Pod. So crossproduct does have a little information that Solski doesn't have, but for right now, it looks like Solski is at least ahead on the race for Bandits.
Because when Solski gets his bow, he might be tempted to go back super fast into Pod and Eastern, but maybe crossproduct will know that, oh, there's no ice to go there. There's not so much I can get from this, and maybe he'll prefer other play that will make him be ahead more.
Yeah, and I'm thinking by the logic, because Bombos was in that dark maze, I'm thinking that the bow cannot be in Misery Mire or Turtle Rock if those are locked by the Bombos medallion, because you need the bow to get the Bombos medallion.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's a great piece of information that crossproduct have over Solski. It looks like crossproduct is not going so in Thieves Town before checking all of the village of Outcast, trying to find some progression and maybe trying to skip the Thieves Town, but it looks like he will have to go in.
Yeah, I mean, especially for crossproduct, I don't think there's anything really available to him right now without that mirror.
Nope.
I think this is the only play left for him.
He depleted it all.
So Solski finding the big key up in the top of Tower of Hera's first room does not have to go to the basement yet. So we'll see if he finds his items, see if he can skip that basement.
Yeah, the basement, everyone will want to skip it. Although it's a good time to drink some water if you get yourself on the invisibility frame, it's a loss of time. Like 1 minute you don't have to waste in your life if you don't have to go there.
Solski finding the first item, 50 rupees in Tower of Hera. Successfully pulling off the bomb jump.
Yeah, and with that 50 rupees is only 30 rupees behind a cross-product rupee race game.
Hashtag
like
stats that matter.
Yes, I love those stats, man. Like 35 arrow boat, they are like in sync with their arrow count, and almost the bombs. Look at the bombs, 14 to 13. That matters.
So it's like we're seeing some hammer and spin strats from Solski. This is one of my least favorite bosses of the game.
I love hammer strats here. Even if you have Master Sword, it's so much faster, and it's actually I think that it's not that hard of a hitbox. And Solski is a very good player, so he doesn't fear the hammer hitbox.
Yeah, absolutely. So far we've seen very good play from both runners. And just a reminder, as cross-product's heading through Thieves Town, Solski's cleaning up Tower Hera. It's not easy to do this, to run on such a public stage like this. So be sure to give both of our runners a follow, both Solski and cross-product.
Yeah, please do. You won't be disappointed by any of those two runners. Like, they have great personalities, they have great gameplay, they have it all. Like, they're the dream. They're what we all aspire to be.
So red rupee on the floating island. We have the mirror, so that's accessible, but probably won't be heading up for that one.
Of course. Without boots, it's always a bit tedious to go here, but when you have to go, you have to go.
Yeah.
It's a nice walk.
Yeah, wall pumping cave at this point.
And he takes the fall and gets the mushroom.
More fetch quests, so that's nice.
Yeah. Mushroom is actually my favorite fetch quest.
Yeah, especially if you have the flute, it's a really quick check.
But the runners don't have the flute.
But Solski does now have the mirror, and he still has to check catfish, so that still might be, we might see that play from him coming up soon.
That's for sure. And the mirror glitch here. If any new watcher here doesn't know why Solski is able to walk through the block here, if you have the mirror and you press it while you walk through in a cave through a block, it makes it disappear. So a little bit of a, because when I first saw this, I was very confused as a watcher.
Yeah, despite this game being so good, it is an incredibly broken game in so many ways.
But that's part of the charm.
Paradox,
and another love cave here.
Yeah, Paradox Cave not really showing up for Solski here.
But not all the cave can be worthy.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, it looks like he is draining his magic with the mushroom. We might see the powder glitch from Solski.
The powder glitch. While cross product is doing his blind fight, doing a different script than Solski did, but fire shield there blocking all the shots.
No issue.
Can you enlighten me about the powder glitch here? I'm not super familiar with it.
So I don't know why it works, I just know how it works. If you drain all of your magic, you can only do this with the Cane of Samaria and the mushroom. But for some reason, if you drain all of your magic and use the Cane of Samaria, the moment you get the banana for not having magic, you immediately swap to the mushroom, and it works. It'll throw powder on the pedestal or on the altar.
That's incredible. He will get 20 rupees for that demonstration.
20 rupees and peace of mind knowing that he did not skip something valuable in this location.
Yeah. Sometimes these little things that they do here can put them far away from other runners that don't know about this. Because if you get the hook shot right now, you can go do something you're not supposed to do in logic. Both
So-
runners did the powder with a different glitch, if you think about it. Because crossproduct did it because of the potion glitch, and Solski did it with the mushroom glitch.
Yeah, that's a good point. Both runner sequence broke that item.
Yeah, that 20 rupee is which. This is the 20 rupees that's gonna broke the game. Crossproduct starting a new seed here. That's an advanced strat.
That's a bold decision. We'll see how that works out for him.
Yeah, I hope he didn't. Okay, I was like, I hope he didn't kill his file here, but no, he just chose the wrong. But it gives a bit more rest to Link, you know, because you start in bed, so now he has all his arts and ready to climb the mountain. And Solski is gonna go check the south route here. That crossproduct has already done, so Border Runner already like doing something the other runner has done already, but in a different order. And crossproduct's gonna head into Tower of Era and get his third crystal, while Solski here going on a graveyard ledge.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what they have available to them, specifically Solski, what he has available to him at this point outside of the mushroom. I mean, of course, for him, he has catfish, but we know that was
yeah,
that wasn't useful.
It was 20 other bucks, yeah.
So
yeah,
we might just see progression on mushroom here.
Mushroom is the play, man. Yeah. And you can see the frustration here on Solski dropping 2 bombs. But still, with those 2 wasted bombs, he's still 1 bomb away ahead of Solski, of crossproduct here. So
yeah, can't bomb away the lead.
Yeah, he doesn't know that there is so much close on the bomb lead. Maybe he doesn't like the catfish, so he's just going in the direction of the catfish makes him like frustrated. What do you think is gonna be on the mushroom?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it has to be progression at this point, though.
Yeah, well,
at this point, I would want to see. I would probably want to see Bo, just so at that point we're back on track with logic.
Yeah. I think I would like to see the second glove or Ocarina, personally. And it's a 10 bomb upgrade.
Well, that's not useful.
Well, it depends, because if you want to win the bomb, the bomb total, that can put you ahead. But he's gonna go for a catfish, and yeah, I'm really I don't know where to go. Agina? Did our runners check Agina, Scaife?
Our runner, they haven't checked Agina, and they also have not checked Eastern yet. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
So we still have Sahasrara and Eastern Palace.
It's going down to the wire here. The seed is bottlenecking to a single item, and Boulder Runner doesn't have it. Don't have it. And could also be a troll seed where the item is in swamp, even though you can only get 4 items there right now without the hookshot.
So Solski is walking back down with potions. I'm wondering if Solski has the potion glitch in mind at this point.
He must have this option in his mind, but since it's a glitch, it might not put you back on track. So at this point, I don't know if it's like the play or you go for something more logical.
Yeah, chat bringing up a good point too. Although it's not fully clearable, Swamp Palace is we can enter it.
Yeah. There's 4 chests there, maybe 5 with the big key, and it looks like Solski is going for Eastern play here, and maybe I don't know if he has a potion, but maybe he'll do the potion glitch after
he might be checking Eastern and holding the portal just in case he finds the boat.
Yeah.
So he can just hop back in and clear pod, maybe. But pod is a pendant, so I don't know.
Yeah, it would be, I think, a bit faster to go to... Oh, he didn't even check Sasha Shredder.
Well, that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. 3 chests here. And oh, the flute has been found. That's when you're like 50 minutes into the run and you find the ocarina, the flute, on an easy first sphere location. That's always hurt a bit.
It looks like he's still heading toward pod, so I'm imagining he's going to mirror here, check out Eastern. If he finds the bow, clear pod, and turn in the green pendant, and just take, just completely clear this area.
Yeah, well, because as much as it's fun to find an ocarina right now, it doesn't open anything for the runner. He doesn't have the Titansmith, so he cannot go into Mire. And he's already been into the Dead Mountain area, so it's gonna be great for routing later, but right now it doesn't open anything.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So that's a lot of a dungeon that our runners are dipping and not being able to complete right now if the bow ends up not being inside the Eastern.
At the same time, though, I don't know if I could blame them at this point.
Oh, no, actually, no. It's coming down to the warrior. You have to check for every location you can. And now with the ocarina in play, I think the Titansmith are going to be next. Or the bow. And crossproduct doing the same thing that Solski did just a few minutes ago. Giving his mushroom and getting a potion and also avoiding the 10 bomb upgrade. And going for the swag here with magic powder on everything you can find. I like it. I like it when you powder these little green monsters and they have glasses and a mustache and they look like workers. Only 2 more chests in the Eastern for Solski without the bow, and only 1 item left. So, and crossproduct is doing the same strat here, going to find his ocarina, and it's slowly crossproduct is catching up on Solski here.
Yeah, the only difference is that if they find bow in Eastern, then that puts Solski slightly ahead with that portal.
Yeah, and the bomb. But if they find the myths, then and Bombos is for Mizurmire, then it gives a very good lead for crossproduct. If like Bow is in the shed. And no bow in Eastern. That's gotta hurt.
That means Agina's got to be the play.
Agina or Swamp.
Oh yeah, Swamp. Swamp Palace is definitely still in the logic. I would not want to do a partial dive of Swamp though.
And crossproduct did not clear Eastern all the way. And that's gonna be a good call from him right now.
Yeah, I don't know that if it's the play that I would have made being in the area, but at the same time, it's the correct play for the seed.
Yeah. That though, this is always gonna be in the back of his mind, like, oh, maybe there's an item there. But it looks like he really wanted the bird. And he calls it and let it fly and goes. It will be going back into Dark World Village of Outcast.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the play is here for crossproduct. I'm trying to think what he has open in this area.
We'll find out pretty soon. And yep.
Oh wait, did he do Stumpy and K45?
I don't think you did.
He might be making his way down the swamp then. We just see
Yeah.
50 rupees on the desert ledge. So nothing big there. And we're about to see what Agena holds. At this point, I think it has to. If this is a progression, then we're heading to Swamp Palace.
Yep, that's the only last place for him. That's always a feeling it's always not a good feeling when you check everything and you still don't find that stuff, and it's like down to the last
it's just
possible
a piece of
location.
art.
Yep.
We're going to Swamp.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's one of the most terrifying feelings when you're tracking all your locations, and you're something like Spike Cave is the only green location left on your tracker, and you just have to ask yourself, like, oh my gosh, did I miss something?
Yep. And it looks like crossproduct is doing the same boring straight line strat that Solski did, not going for swag pixel art here. I would have thought that he would have done something like this, but the frames are saved and he goes faster this way.
Yeah, I demand to see cross product in cursive writing dug into the earth.
Do you think cross product is gonna actually add into a swamp after doing this K45 Stumpy check while being in the area?
Normally, I would say no, but when you look at what else is left, I mean, he can't go back to pod for anything. Having left Eastern, I wouldn't go back. So yeah, I would think Swamp is the play at this point, unless he just really doesn't want to dive Eastern.
Yeah, that's true. He could if he doesn't believe in Swamp, what you could do is put the portal in front of Swamp, use the flute to go to Eastern, and stay in Light World. And if you go back to Swamp after that, the portal is just in front and you don't lose that much time.
So we get an early big key, so we'll be able to check the big chest in the area.
Yeah, that's one more chest available to the runner.
At this point, I'm really hoping they find a hook shot in this dungeon, because otherwise it's a mandatory double dip.
Yeah, lots of double dip. It's a dipping scene. But this one is mandatory. The other one that he did, they were not mandatory so far, but this one looks like it will be.
Yeah, I don't think the dip into pod was required.
Nope. And the Eastern one neither. But they still dipped it.
Man, I'm really excited to see what Solski finds here. It's got to be progression.
Yeah, there's no way it's not progression. Is it gonna be on the big chest? It's the bow.
It's the bow. We have the bow. He looks super happy to find the bow. He's giving the chest.
He's throwing a bow celebration.
Here, have some gifts, chest.
Yeah. Bombs are precious. And
he's still maintaining the lead of cross product too.
Yeah. And looks like cross product is going to add it in the swamp also. Going in a portal, and so slowly the lead is the race is very close right now.
Yeah, cross product made a good decision skipping out on Eastern.
Yeah, he skipped on Eastern, and when he goes back into pod, he doesn't have to clear as much as Solski will have to. So I think it's gonna be back to back. And Solski is clearing the left side of swamp, and maybe cross product will go away once he gets his bow. So we don't know that, but we'll see pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, while you're here, you have to do everything you can. I mean, especially in such an item-rich dungeon as Swamp Palace, I think you have to clear it while you're here.
Yeah, but left side is historically very slow. Not a lot of runner likes it, and without the hook shot, it's more slow even than without, because you have to jump down and come back all the way up. So maybe cross product will think, oh, the bow is the play. I need to go. It's a dip, and peace out.
Yeah, that's a super risky play. But
Well,
then again,
it's
though,
the
I mean,
3-1 bracket, man. You
yeah,
gotta
I was
do
about
it.
to say, you don't know, psychology. You're an hour here, and we're missing mitts, we're missing bow, we don't have boots yet, so there's a lot of things still on the table.
Yeah, man, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Capacity upgrade, not worth. And like I said, he jumps and he goes back. And both runners are probably gonna go clear Pod and Eastern right after this, right? That's the play right now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you take care of. I would probably clear pod as well, just because you're in the area. I wasn't counting items, but I mean, we clear pod. Well, I don't know. We still need to clear Turtle Rock, and we're missing an ice rod for that.
Yeah, yeah.
We have enough items on the table. Like, I don't want to get prematurely excited, but that still is a possibility here.
I like what I like what you're saying to me. Pedestal. So it looks like crossproduct is going for the left side also. So no time save here for him, and he's gonna be disappointed to find the capacity and the rupees for his time.
Yeah, I mean, you get these situations sometimes where you make the mathematically, best decision you can make, but it may not be the right decision for the seed. I mean, I absolutely agree with both runners' decision to clear this left side. Just unfortunately, it's not paying off for them in this situation.
Yeah, but this seed might make them paranoid. Like you've searched a lot, and now you were down to the last possible place. You don't want to skip items at this point now.
Yeah, I imagine Solski's immediately going to take care of that bow lock side and then head to the dark maze.
Yeah.
I think he'll be slightly relieved once he gets back there, because there wasn't a whole lot. The only thing that was really locked off to him was the magic powder, but he was able to compensate for that with the powder glitch. So he's really not missing anything by not taking advantage of the torch glitch.
Yeah, if it was like, say, mitts behind, that could have been like a big advantage for crossproduct. Having a lot of other checks he could get into and bring him ahead, but now the game is gonna be even in terms of items, and it's not the potion glitch won't have paid off that much for crossproduct in the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solski though still on Master Sword, but is gonna get his Tempered Sword also pretty soon, so the odds are gonna be even in the sword count. But sword is not super useful. Well, it's useful for Elmazor King, right? You can do it with arrows, but
yeah, you can do it with arrows, but Temper Sword is probably just quicker to do it with the Temper Sword.
Yeah.
Cross product heading out of swamp, not finding anything useful on the left side. Probably be joining Solski here in pod very shortly.
Yeah, it's a pod party.
Cross product will make up some time here though, because whereas Solski is clearing out this dark maze, cross product's going to head straight to Helmasaur.
Yeah. But maybe Crush Product will have to spend a little bit more time in Eastern, because he's gonna want to see the last item.
Good point. I don't think Cross Product didn't even dip Eastern, did he?
Nope. He noped out just after Sarsastrala. Oh, good kill on the bird with the hammer. I really dislike these birds.
Yeah. You have armed guards walking around the Dark World that don't do as much damage as that stupid pterodactyl does.
Interesting thing here going on. Solski did not kill Elmazor and instead goes straight up to kill the Armor's Knight first. What do you think?
Looks like Cross Product has the same idea. He is clearing out Eastern first.
What do you think is the idea behind this play?
Well, if you find progression in Eastern, you save yourself a trip to Pod. So I think, and possibly, once again, I'm not counting items that we had
Oh yeah,
in Pod, but if we've cleared out Pod, maybe they're just taking the chance that
yeah. But
this
Bud
isn't a pedestal seed.
is still gonna be an item because it's the green pendant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you find something like, imagine like if you find mitts or I'm thinking mitts, boots, hook shot on Armos, then yeah, you're probably not going to dip Pod after that.
That's true. Let's see how it's gonna pan out. So yeah, crossproduct a bit of slower time here because he has to full clear Eastern, while Solski has already dipped it, so going straight for the money.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get something like hookshot or mitts, because specifically mitts, because that puts Turtle Rock on the board.
Yep. Don't you love Turtle Rock? Pendant Turtle Rock. We always love it.
Gonna see some sweet NMG strats here from Solski. Oh, missing the one Armos.
Well, great. Yeah. Still a nice recovery here. And oh, the mitts.
Mitts. Turtle Rock, here we come.
Turtle Rock is available, but I think the runners will probably go see my area first because it is full clearable if it's Bombos, and it's a pendant. It's a crystal.
Yeah, absolutely. Ice Palace is also on the table, but I mean, it's every runner's dream to go mode that dungeon. So I would not be surprised if we see them hold off on the Ice Palace play.
And also, they don't have the hookshot, and both of the runners can complete it without the hookshot because they probably know like all the bomb jump settings. But I think in Logic, without the hookshot, there's a less possibility that the progression is in there.
Yeah, good point. Oh wait, we can't get into Maya right now because we don't have boots or hookshot. We might be able to open it. We can't access the dungeon.
What an oversight on my part. That's very rare that this is the bottleneck, but indeed it is. But what if it's in the shed?
Possibly. I mean, I'm trying to think of what items we got super early. We got flippers early. We got Cane of Samaria early. So I mean, I don't know if Cane of Samaria is pointing us anywhere. It's probably going to be Turtle Rock. If we don't find a hookshot.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, we can't complete it. We can't complete it without the ice rod, but we can get pretty far. We can do everything but kill Trimax.
Yeah, that could be if it's like an item is in there and it's a pedestal seed, that could be a double dip required.
Yeah, and it looks like Solski's taking care of some of the overworld checks with a blacksmith, probably purple chest.
Yeah, and the pegs. That's a good play. And crossproduct is gonna get his Titan mitts shortly here.
He's also going for the NMG setup. We'll see if he gets it. Not quite.
Both runners doing pretty much the same pattern in their Armos fight here.
Yeah, crossproduct making quick work of Armos. It's one thing like that. That's one thing that surprised me about this tournament. Race psychology is a thing.
It is.
You can open up the practice hack and knock that fight out all day long, but you look at this. You look at the seed. We've had to dip into Eastern. We've dipped into Pod. We've dipped into Swamp. Not really been rewarded with much. And now you're looking at pulling off this Armos fight after an hour of hunting for some small progression. It's not so easy.
I cannot guarantee anything, but I can almost guarantee you that both of these runners think they are behind right now.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Crossproduct opting to skip Blacksmith and Purple Chest, and we actually have a sync here. They're checking the exact same space right now.
And it's the ice rod.
Turtle Rock, Turtle
and,
Rock, Turtle Rock.
and a medallion. So yeah, it's screaming Turtle Rock here. I missed what the pendant for
I don't know that I saw him
Mr.
check it.
Meyer is.
Someone in
It's
chat is saying
Bombos.
that Meyer requires bombos.
Yeah, it's Bombos. So, but yeah, they still can't get in. But wouldn't be surprising if it's Turtle Rock, Old Oakshot, or the boots at this point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think, between Turtle Rock and Ice Palace, I feel like, Turtle Rock's the better play, at least by chest. I know it seems silly to, oh wait, we're getting a desert check too.
Yeah.
But yeah, with how many items are in Turtle Rock, it's really hard to pass it up as long as it takes to get there.
Oh, and Solski is doing getting a key in the second part, and is gonna add up in the first part with the key. So if it's key locked by the boots, he can still check the 2 chests on the left part. That's a risky play.
It is, but at the same time, it paid off because there is a small key on the torch. One thing, well, I don't know what that means for us though, is that boots are required for Desert Palace.
Not if big key is in this chest right here, which it is.
Wow.
Because now maybe the boots, if the boots are hidden far away, Solski can. Well, maybe he will opt to not check the. Yeah, okay, he's going back. He's making a good choice here. All right, did not mess up.
Yeah, that key, the move that Solski was making isn't part of the logic. So it's possible that boots are not required for the seed, but if you make that play, it becomes a boots required seed at that point.
Yep.
Because desert is a crystal.
And I don't know enough of logic to know, but could that screw you up big time if the boots are against tower, say?
I don't think it's. I think the algorithm accounts for it on that level. Like, I don't think you can soft lock the game that way.
Okay.
But you can make the seed much more difficult by now requiring all items are supposed to be accessible as per the logic. So if that key is on the torch, then the boots are somewhere that allows.
So the
you
logic,
to get those items.
the logic accounts for you being able to do this.
Yes.
All right.
But like I say, if the seed, if the seed doesn't require boots to complete, if you make that move, now the boots are required to beat the seed.
That would have been a very risky play, but at the same time, we don't know because, well, it's a risky play, but it could have paid off because what if the hookshot is if the hookshot is behind the boots?
So I want to acknowledge something. We are an hour and 12 minutes in, and both runners are on the exact same boss right now, having made the exact same checks.
Yep. Well, I think crossproduct doesn't have the smith and purple chest and peg cave, but other than that, it's pretty damn equal.
Yeah, and to be honest, I would not be surprised if crossproduct makes those checks before going to Turtle Rock or Ice Palace, for that matter.
We'll find out pretty soon, and Solski's going for the big chest in Desert.
Yeah, I think he mirrored right after opening that big key. I didn't bother to check it.
Oh, I think we're gonna see ice here from crossproduct.
It makes sense. Turtle Rock is a pendant, which, I've seen chat joke time and time again that Turtle Rock, even pendant Turtle Rock, is always required. But yeah, it makes sense to clear crystal while you have a crystal to clear.
Yeah. To me, this seeds scream Turtle Rock, but and that's what Solski. No, Solski is also going in ice. Wow. All right. Well, it's a sensible decision, like you said. Pendant Turtle Rock, you want to avoid it as much as the seed is telling you to go in there with the ice rod and stuff. Because if you go there and you don't have to, then you lose the race for sure. If your opponent didn't go there. So that's gonna be an enjoyable dungeon to look with both runners pretty much at the same place. It's like gonna be execution here.
and just a piece of heart, so we have 2 more items left somewhere in Ice Palace.
2 frozen items waiting to be discovered.
So in terms of go mode, we need a hook shot, and that's it.
And maybe boots for Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, depending on if that big key is on the torch or not.
Yeah, but it's happened to a lot of people. So you never discredit it. But I guess the runners are gonna take the chance. I think if they get the hook shot, I think they're going go mode, even though there might be a chance there or not. You gotta gamble.
Cross-product opting not to go for the bomb jump. Certainly not required. He's got the cane, so he should have no issues reaching Gold Stair.
Yeah,
and
cane,
full clear of
double
the dungeon
magic
anyways.
also. Bombos like doesn't fear the dungeon here.
Solski is going for the bomb jump, however.
And he misses. But he doesn't miss twice.
Yeah, this is one of my least favorite tricks in the game.
Oh, this bomb jump, I like it. The hammer jump is, I think, is too stressful for me. With the jump, with the bridge falling, it's like chaos. and like Solski said in his bios, he doesn't do it either, I think.
It's like, oh, cross product is trying to do the jump to get without the hook shot.
Yeah, and he successfully get it.
The plays, holy cow!
We have not 2 casual runner here. We have like 2 very good runners. So, Solski doing the reverse routing here. So both runners gonna do it different ways, but they're gonna get at the same place.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know if these chests are actually locked behind the hook shot. Given that the hook shot is the go mode item,
yeah,
I don't know if this is a valuable play, because if these chests are locked behind the hook shot, you're not going to find the hook shot here.
No, but you might find a mirror shield.
Now, laser bridge is in logic, because we don't have an invincibility item. So
Yeah.
once again, making the case for Turtle Rock.
As always, still screaming Turtle Rock to me, but the seed might be like the story about the little guy that calls the wolf, and maybe the wolf is Turtle Rock, and it's not really a thing, you know. It could be a bait.
Yeah, well, I will say that red rupee is our last item in Ice Palace. So we've got a heart, a mirror shield, and a red rupee.
Yeah.
So all that's left now is Cold Stare. Gets crystal and leave.
Yeah, the mirror shield, the jewel of the Ice Palace. It's quite poetic, if you ask me. And nice hammer strats on ice here from Solski. And I think, we might have another close boss fight in terms of sync.
There it is. Cross product had to find the big key because he didn't do the bomb jump, so he's got to go down the vanilla way.
Yeah, and yeah. It's amazing to see the routing is very different for both runners in the dungeon, but they're still gonna be doing it in pretty much the same time. Like, there's no clear winner right now for the routing. It's just 2 ways to do it, but 2 experienced players are at it right now.
Yeah, cross product is 1 room ahead of Solski right now.
But he entered the Ice Palace just a bit before also, so. And Solski's gonna have a bit more magic for the fight, because he used the official block, while cross product cheats and uses summer.
No, yeah, with half magic, this should be a very comfortable fight, and they have bombos, so that's an option too.
Oh, a nice quick kill on cross-product side here. Wow. On the right side also. Left side. Both runners did this dungeon completely different, down to the boss fight where they even went different sides. But
Yeah, I
pretty
can't
much,
believe they're getting a crystal seconds from each other. Like, this is
Yeah.
funny.
it's a very nice race. It's pretty close right now.
And cross products going to the mountain cave. So we're getting the Turtle Rock play from cross product.
Someone is believing. Will the other one follow, or...
Oh, he's floating away though.
Oh! The Smith chain, he's gonna do the Smith chain. Oh! It was a bait, because the one that went to the mountain first did not go to the mountain first. Alright, Solski is on his way, and Smith chain is gonna be the check for cross product.
Yeah, so with Solski going up here, he's going to have access to Super Bunny Cave and Turtle Rock. He cannot do any of Hookshot Cave without the boots for the bonk chest at the bottom, or the hookshot to get the other 3 chests in the room.
Indeed.
So we're also getting a Spike Cave check.
Oh,
this will be, well, I don't know. He's got potions. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, no, he's going up the mirror route.
Yeah. That could have been a play, but then after that, maybe you save it for after TR if it doesn't pace. Because then you have to save and quit, then it's gonna be a long way up back the mountain without the hookshot.
I think he has enough hearts to do it without needing a refill of any kind, but even then, if you need a refill, you're burning through a potion, and it's a terminal location, you have to save and quit. You can't walk back out of it, so I agree with this way.
Exactly. Let's see. We still don't know if they can even go inside there, right? We'll find out pretty sure, but chances are they can go inside.
Yeah, I can't imagine this being Quake. That'd be the worst.
It is.
It's Quake. It's Quake.
Oh boy.
This race is insane. What is this seed?
Well, Super Bunny Cave here. 2 chests. What is it gonna be?
It'd be Quake and Hookshot.
It's Quake.
It's Quake.
There was no way.
Rock.
There was no way. Because there's not a lot of option if there's no Quake. Without a book, without the boots, the item checks are pretty much dry on the overworld right now.
Yeah, I think Cross Product is reading the writing on the wall, and he's going to be making his way up to Death Mountain now.
Yep. And he'll discover in his own time that it is Quake required. A nice cinematic here with the door disappearing. It's a nice pause for the runners. Get your fingers ready for TR.
Yeah, outside of Hookshot, I imagine you're going to full clear this dungeon. Even if you find the boots, you have to keep going in this dungeon.
Exactly. Yeah. Until the hookshot is found, we're gonna check everything at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if the boots are inside this dungeon and then we get access to Mr. Meyer. Could the hookshot be on the pedestal?
It could at this point. I mean, you don't need it to complete any of the pendant dungeons. Solski keeping his wits about him, realizing that he has to do this dungeon the intended way without the hookshot.
Yeah, the slow way, the painful way, but sometimes it's the only way.
cross product finding out that this dungeon is Quake locked, so he will be getting his Quake medallion and following Solski shortly.
It's always like this. Like sometimes you go to Misermeyer and then it's locked by a medallion, and you go in the shed and you find a medallion. This time it's the same, but only just a bit in the cave here.
We get the Cane of Burna, so our first item of Turtle Rock, and it is relatively useless at this point.
Yeah, because both runners has the mirror shield, so the lasers are not going to be a threat for them right now. But it's going to be great for saving potions inside the Spike Cave if they don't find a hookshot in this dungeon.
Solski having a very clean change-out room. That is one of my least favorite rooms of the game. You just realized how skilled some of these runners are. You know, when you watch them handle a room so easily, and then you go behind them, and I swear you put in the same button inputs, and then you just get wrecked. It's like, man, the skill level of these runners to handle even rooms like that so well. It just really says a lot about them.
These runners make the game look so easy because they, like, I don't think in this race, 1 hour and a half here, Solski and crossproduct, I don't think I've heard like the beeping sound of their hearts depleting. It's just like they're very skilled. And
this is my first time seeing the bunny sprite on Solski's screen. That is adorable.
Yeah. And the big key and the vanilla location at a place where it is in the normal game. And he will continue the hunt for the hookshot.
So let's talk about the things that matter real quick. Cross product with 684 rupees to Solski 610. That's a gap he's got to make up.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we're getting down to the end of the race here, and 70 rupee lead is pretty high. But Ganon's Tower could change it all.
Absolutely.
Because depending on the side they're gonna go inside. If you can find a 300 rupee and the tides change right there.
Solski opting not to check Mimic Cave.
He's probably gonna go back. Yeah, just gonna save a bit of time if you find it in the big chest. But there's no way that you do this gamble at this point here. That would be like. Very baller, to say the least. So, can we talk about evil scenarios here? Like, hookshot in Turtle Rock, but then the boots on the pedestal.
Now, I'm thinking book on the pedestal, hookshot on Bombos.
Yeah, that's... that would be evil.
Yeah, that would be the worst for me.
That's the dream. The book on the pedestal is like guarantees that your runners are gonna go blind on the on the pool. So I would say about 1 minute difference in between our runners, not right now. Oh, the hookshot, and he leaves.
Absolutely, he is in go mode.
Go mode without boots.
Yeah, there's a 1 in 22% chance that the big key of Ganon's Tower is on the torch. It's a very small chance, and at an hour and a half into the seed, I think it's a chance you have to take it.
Yeah, it's what is like 95% go mode. You go for this odds. Like there's no way you don't go for these odds.
So back to your worst case scenario. Big key on Ganon's torch, boots on pedestal.
Oh yeah. That's the dream for the evil plan here. It would make an exciting race, but from there it would be execution. Well, because because the runner wouldn't, if the runner goes to Ganon Tower and they see the big key on the pillar, they don't know that it's the pedestal for sure. There are still things you can look with a hookshot, and like probably they're gonna go mow the swamp and not check for. Well, maybe they will check for some chests on the way. What do you think? Do you check for chests on swamp on the way, just in case?
For boots on, I mean, I think at this point, no. Keep in mind, we did have a key on the big torch, and we did have a key on the torch in desert.
Yeah.
So boots cannot be in Ganon's tower. So it's somewhere out in the world.
Exactly.
They've already cleared the. I mean, there are a couple of chests they can check on their way up to swamp. But other than that, I mean, I don't know that I would go too far out of my way looking for silvers or for boots.
But like, since they already have checked like the left part, the only thing that's like the only chests remaining in swamp are very quick ones, like the two sunken chests and the block that you push. These are very very easy chests to access.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would be interested to know where the runners think they are right now, because you are an hour and a half. I mean, hour and a half, and you're finally getting go mode, which is quick. But you're up against a skilled runner. At the same time, there have been a lot of bottlenecks in this seed.
Yeah. And crossproduct did the same thing. Gets his wood shot and pieces out of here right there, and he's going into. Looks like he's going into swamp. Also. And yeah, Solski is skipping the two sunken chests. But he's gonna look for the middle chest here, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that chest is free.
Yeah. If you find boots or silver here, it's like guaranteed time save.
So at this point, it's execution. We will see if crossproduct is able to gain any ground on Solski. But of course, I mean, you're less than a minute apart at this point, I think. I mean, this is a close race.
Yeah. Ganon's tower, left side, right side, might make the whole difference in this race.
Yeah, and the gauntlet, there's a lot of RNG involved with the gauntlet, no matter how skilled you are. And then you got Moldorm 2, and tons of things can still happen in this race.
Yeah. Solski definitely has a bit of a lead, of course, but yeah, that's not set in stone.
Solski getting the swag ice rod kill with Argus.
He got it cornered. It never could go to the other side. And he's gonna add into Mizumire for the last crystal. It's might be a quick one also.
Yeah, depending on where we find that big key. Misery Mire and Pod are kind of frustrating in the fact that depending on where the big key is located, go mode may not be too much faster than full clearing the dungeon. But that might work out because you might find boots, red mail, butter sword, silvers, any number of items.
Yeah. But the dream is always to find a big key on the first chest on the bridge, and then quick mire from that on, because it's a very open dungeon, so you can do it in pretty much any order you want, almost. And the mire is opening.
Yeah, as a reminder, these runners are putting on an excellent show for us, and this is not easy to do on the big stage. So please feel free to visit these runners' channels, give them a follow. They're working really hard to put on a good show.
Crossproduct is heading for the sunken chest, and it's not worth it.
Oh man!
Oh.
If that had been boots.
Yeah. Boots or silvers could made a big difference in time-wise.
Man, and just to add insult to injury, like it was nothing.
No,
not even a rupee.
Not even rupees, but to be fair, he's winning the rupee race right now, so he's good. And the big key was not on the first chest, so Solski has to go and... oh, he didn't check it. Okay. I doesn't do the same route as Solski, so I thought he had to check it. And would it be here? Oh, it's a big 20.
Yeah, that is the most convenient place to get the big key. You don't actually need any small keys to complete Meyer.
Yeah.
If the big key is located there.
As of today, I will change my Museum Meyer routing thanks to Solski here. Learning every day. And crossproduct is not having a as fast fight for Argus here, so Solski chipping slowly the lead away. Like making his lead faster.
But a much safer way to kill Argus for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And a big key on a nice location.
Yeah, so we're heading right over here, and we're going to be clearing this dungeon very quickly. So, interesting to note, we have plenty of HP, and we have the Cane of Burna, but we don't have boots. So I think the preferred strat would be use boots and dash with some kind of invincibility item. Do you think we're going to see spin strats, or do you think we're going to see Burna / strats?
I would think we're going to see spin strats from crossproduct, and I think we're going to see arrows from Solski. But
even without silvers?
Even without silver. But I say that, but I actually have no idea. I just said that for because it's fun that they would do two different things.
Gotcha.
I think crossproduct did some NMG before, and I think I read from Solski bios that he didn't really do any. Like maybe he did a few runs, but he doesn't run it. But that doesn't mean he doesn't know the strat. So maybe I'll do it too.
Well, he does have the bow out, so we'll see. Also, he's kind of lacking on magic, so we'll see. If I had to guess, I would say some damage boost spin strats. So, I mean, you do have the Cane of Burna, but you can't do spin attacks with the cane.
If the spin strat is faster, Solski will know about it, and that's what he will do. With the Tempered Sword. At this point, I'm expecting that they will do the fastest way. And yeah, that's what he's going for.
Ooh, making contact with one of those eyes.
Oh.
Making contact again.
He has Blue Potion and he has Burna, so not too worried here. But that's the first time in the run that the HP is going low. But Vitreous is a hard fight.
Yeah, one of the only bosses in the game that can stand up to one silver arrow.
Yeah. He's a badass boss. Even though he doesn't have a body. It's just a lot of eyes. And goo.
Yeah, green goo, kind of an interesting gift for Vitreous to give you. So that means that Solski is on his way to Ganon's Tower now. So for those that aren't aware, we have a game that we like to play.
What is
Sarah,
it?
You want to tell them what it is?
Tell me, I don't know what it is.
Get your numbers in chat. What chest or what check do you think the big key will be located in? There are 22 possible locations in Ganon's Tower. Where do you think the big key's going to be? I know what you're going to say.
I gotta go with number 3.
Number 3 meaning the torch?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. You gotta... I'm not ready to go to bed yet. I want to see more of these runners looking around Iroh.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm hoping for the same thing. Either that, I would also like it to be after Armos. I would love a vanilla key location. I always tend to go for the puzzle options, and without the boots, you don't have the bonk to get to the ice Armos, so you have to figure out the invisible bridge, which isn't something you typically do in an NMG run.
Yeah, that's true. And it would showcase even more of their game knowledge. Because we are having a treat tonight with these two runners Solski and crossproduct.
And keep in mind, even though Solski is heading up to Ganon's tower now, there's still a lot that can happen in between now and Ganon falling. So this is still anybody's race at this point. This is very close.
Oh yeah. And we're gonna see the Ganon's tower opening sequence. This is like my favorite cutscene in the game. Just so beautiful. You never get tired of seeing it because it means like you're almost completed your run. All right, we're gonna know pretty soon here. Going for the. Will you go for the left side if you get a key here? Right side, no key, so.
So torch 3, or the torch, is still alive.
And a nice VT fight here for crossproduct. And the big key is dead on the torch. So it's in Ganon's tower. It's accessible. Yeah, it's a key. It was a key. I was...
Now I'm really hoping for it to be after Armos.
Oh yeah, the more you can see them do Ganon's tower, or left side. Oh, silver arrows here.
That's nice. Cross product will most likely be picking that up.
Yeah, it would be like a weird choice to go because there's no key on the right side, so.
So here is chest 8. And it's a map.
I think the map is not as useful as the... Oh, forgets about the... I prefer to get the compass than the map whenever I find one of those, because compass at least tell you something that you don't know. Well, that you might not know.
Like what?
Like how many chests are remaining if you look at the dots. If you don't count it. But the
Gotcha.
map...
So here comes chest 9. And it's a bug net. So we're coming up on the rando room here. Called the rando room because Randomizer is the only type of run in which you will ever see this room.
Yeah. And it's great.
I really hope the key is not in this chest. I hope it's not in this room.
Well, it's gotta be somewhere. And it's not here.
Oh snap, we get to see the invisible bridge. So I believe that was chest 13 that we just opened.
And crossproduct going for the hookshot cave here. And he gets a 300 rupees. And a red tunic. So that's put him very much in the lead for the rupee count. But unfortunately, that's going to cost him a bit of time towards the completion of the race.
Solski with a swag bomb jump over that invisible, over the warp right there.
Will he go for a bomb jump here? Yeah, the bomb jump, since he cannot bonk. And has to do it again. Crossproduct just getting inside Ganon's tower, so with every little fall here, crossproduct is gaining time.
Yeah, this is the Zelda I want to see right here. Like, you take down Vitreous, take down Cold Stare, but now you have to figure out how to bomb jump over to this bridge.
Yeah.
Solski getting it, but throwing a frustration bomb.
Gotta be careful, only 3 bombs remaining. 2 bombs. Although you don't need bombs anymore after this one. And
so one option that is available to cross product, he will get a small key in this room over in the Stalfos room. So he could go back and complete the right side, and it may save him time if the key is not behind Ice Armos here.
Yeah. But it is! You called it!
Vanilla location.
Congratulations. Well, congratulations to you for calling it, but congratulations also to the person that said that number, which I don't know.
Yeah, I actually commentated a race yesterday, and that was the place I called the key, and it was in that chest during the previous race too.
Wow, 2-2. It's like the commentator's blessing of the vanilla big key in Ganon. So right now, Solski is full-on go mode. Nothing else is in his way towards completion of the game except execution, skills, and a bit of random generated numbers on the Ganon fight. It's at this point, I think it's even with the execution, it's gonna be a bit hard for cross-product to catch up, but anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, we do have silver, so the Ganon fight's going to be a little bit easier, but between the gauntlet and these, particularly the Stalfos room can be very annoying.
Yeah.
There are definitely a lot of opportunities for things to go south here.
I don't think we're going to see a Swagnet Aga2 fight from any of these two runners, because this seed was a bit of a... Yeah, they had some curves, like curveballs, and I think both runners are pretty are trying to go the fastest they can to finish this, because they might be feeling like it's gonna be a close call.
Solski is a man on a mission, and the time it took us to get out 2 sentences, he is done with the gauntlet.
Yeah. Oh, nice bomb strat here. I've never seen that.
With the moves.
Wow. I'm in awe, man, of these strats.
So it's worth noting in this room, there's a torch on the north side here. You can actually go up to the top and light that torch, and it will show you the walkway. Cross-product getting the bomb jump on the first try.
Also, I think if you use one of the 3 medallions, I don't know which one it is, but there's one of these medallions that's gonna show you the path.
That would be Ether.
Yeah, either one, yeah. Oh, and a nice, clean room here with the red cane. Somaria cane? I always mess up the name. It's Somaria cane. Oh, and doesn't care. He used the Brian cane for the room. He's gonna go as fast as he can. But he misses the first torch here.
No, I think that was an intentional fall.
Wow.
I don't think that was an intentional fall, but I think the first one was intentional.
I'm learning stuff here. Oh,
we didn't quite get the timing right, so he's got to go back and light the first torch.
yeah. And he has the half magic, so he doesn't have to worry, and he has the blue potion. So, but every little hiccups like this, cross products is gaining time on him.
Yeah, Solski taking his time there, making sure it doesn't glitch out the room. If you walk up those steps at the same time that one of the torches goes out, you will despawn all the sprites in Ganon's tower. So that means no mini Helmasaurs, no spikes, and no Moldorm 2, which makes it impossible to progress in the dungeon.
Has it ever happened to you?
Not to me.
It happened to me, and I can tell you it's not fun.
Oh, no.
Especially when you don't know that it's possible, because you're a new runner, and it's very confusing. Quick Moldorm fight here.
Yeah, cross product quick on his tails though, starting his gauntlet. Not opening up the Moldorm 2 chest. We will never know what that item holds unless cross product opens it.
Cross product might open it. He has shown swag in the race. He might go for the last chest, but I think right now he's on a mission. Like, you see that he's going very fast in the gauntlet, and I don't think he's gonna waste any time opening that chest. He wants the win very bad, and he's gonna make everything he can to go as fast as he can at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking the most insulting item that can be in that chest right now would probably be boots.
But it cannot be because the desert.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But it would have been great. Nice Aga 2 fight for Solski, getting not the best patterns for double shots and still managing to get some doubles in. And Aga is defeated.
So Solski is heading to Ganon with full HP, full magic. I think he still has a blue potion and silver arrows. So this should be a very comfortable fight for him.
Yep. At this point, I think only nerves can make him because he has the skills. He has done this fight a lot of time, but it's a 3-1 race. It's again cross product. The nerves might be here. And Ganon wants a burrito, and let's go. Game on with Ganon.
Cross product having a little bit of difficulty in this room without the boots.
Oh yeah, pushing the blocks. While Solski used the blue cane here for safety strats, and he's gonna one cycle the fire phase of Ganon. He's taking no chance.
Yeah, very clean first 2 cycles from Solski.
Yeah. The Burna game makes the game lags a bit, but since you don't have the cape, it's the best option right now.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say the lag in this case was probably a little bit faster than 2 cycles.
Yeah. Misses the Torch and he takes a fall! Oh my god!
Cross product, this is your moment.
Oh my god, that's a blunder, but Cross Products also takes a fall. It's a fallathon. Oh my god. So
Man, it has to feel so much worse without boots, because you have to walk all the way back up this pyramid.
Yeah. Oh my god, Solski must... Oh, and a second fall on Cross Products, man. The nerves must be... These runners, man. They know that it's a very tight race right now, so... They must know it's a tight race. Oh my god.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
mean, you're an hour and 50 minutes into a seed, and you don't have boots.
Yeah. And there's a lot of places that boots... What if boots are in pod and your opponent went there? Alright, Solski giving up another Ganon's fight here, using the blue cane once again. He might need to use a blue potion for magic refill here if he wants to.
Yeah, he does have blue. He does have blue mail, and I think with blue mail, a hug from Ganon would kill him. I think it would do exactly 4 hearts of damage. I think green mail it's 8 hearts, blue mail 4 hearts.
Also, the arrow count is pretty low. If he misses a few arrows, like just he has to get every arrow here right now. He has only 1 left. And he's gonna run out of magic soon. And there it is.
All right, get your GGs in chat. Solski has won. I mean, he does still have to make it across the bridge. There is still room for error.
No, I think he's got it. Wow, nice showing here from Solski, and also Cross Product just a Ganon behind. Like, he's just now entering Ganon. That is a very close race, by all means. Congratulations to Solski and Cross Product in just a little bit here.
Yeah, it looks like Solski finished with an official SRT time of 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 42 seconds.
Cross Product hugged Ganon and yeah, took a lot of damage, even on red mail, and has to take a red potion. Will he go for the blue cane himself?
Solski in chat. Oh my god, I want to die.
I believe it. I can totally believe it.
Yeah, this seed wasn't probably wasn't maximum troll level, but yeah, it was pretty trolly. There were a lot of bottlenecks in this seed.
Yeah, and both runners did some dips like pod dips and Eastern that didn't pay off. But if like when you have so many dips like this that doesn't pay off, and you're thinking, oh my god, my opponent might not have done those dips and he might be ahead of me. And when you're like almost 2 hours into the seed, in your head you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna lose. All right, last part of Ganon fight also for cross product here, and he's gonna get misses the double. One more arrow.
Just getting caught by the torch there.
Yeah. Torch block. There it is.
Get your GGs in chat. Cross product has finished a mere few minutes after Solski.
Yeah, when you think about it, 2 minutes in a randomizer seed like this, it's not a lot of time. It's a dream race right now. I'm very pleased to have witnessed a great race like this, and unfortunately for cross product, going 3-2 and Solski moving on to 4-1.
Yeah, cross product finishing with an official SRT time of 1 hour and 56 minutes even.
Yeah. Cross product Arrow Castle was a very great showing of his skills here, and he really was cutting up after Solski, but it was just a little bit too late here. Something like if cross product just didn't go for the Smith chains, maybe he wins. That's the how tight this race was. All right. I don't know if we're gonna get an interview with our runners.
I've reached out to them over Discord. I know Solski's going to be here in just a moment.
All right.
I just reached out to Cross Product.
That's good. All right.
So yeah, I mean, and this is the way that Randomizer works. You know, you go left and find items that send you on one path, and your opponent goes right and finds a completely different set of items that sends them on a different path. So as good as execution is, it's only a small part of Randomizer. A lot of it comes down to routing decisions.
Yeah, well, in this race, I think both execution and routing were very nice from both of runners. Like I think basically they did pretty much the same routing. So execution was a big part of it.
Absolutely, and I believe Solski has joined us. GG, man.
GG. Solski is a silent man.
Push to talk strikes
right.
again, guys. Thanks.
All right.
GG, man. How did that seed feel for you?
Interesting. I feel like the main takeaway was I still sub-2'd this seed after triple dipping pods, so I think that's a win.
Oh yeah.
Your opponent, Cross Product, actually he visited Catfish before doing pod and picked up a potion and did potion glitch. So he managed to get away with the double dip, but it wasn't super valuable. I think the only thing he got out of it was powder, really, that affected the race.
He would have gotten a sword too from the left side because it was double key on the mimic side.
You got a sword and the bombos, but the bombos didn't come into play until after you got it also. So
right.
How did you think you were winning at the end there in Ganon's Tower at like 1 hour 55 minutes into it?
Felt ahead for kind of a lot of the race actually, just because of how things were routing, and I was kind of narrowing down the route pretty effectively. That's kind of why I wanted to dip pods so early. Going into GT, I felt a little ahead, not very much so because of how the seed kind of presented itself, and I knew it was going to be a pretty much lockdown seed. So I felt maybe a little ahead. And then I had that hiccup in Torch Room, and then I was like, oh god, he's a little closer now. And then I felt like Ganon, and I was like, well, I might have lost. So it was really tough to read at that point.
Yeah, and you were like one arrow's almost like your last arrow was the one that killed Ganon.
Right, because I had to spend some on the original.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So.
It was actually the arrow that the old man gave you that killed Ganon.
See? It's useful, guys. It's really go mode. We're not memeing at all. Not memeing.
Oh.
And we're now joined with crossproduct. GG, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, GG.
So we were just getting Solski's thoughts on the seed. How did the seed feel for you as you were racing? Yeah, I mean, obviously, in Ganon's Tower, you saw your opponent finish, but up until that point, did you feel behind, or did you feel like you were ahead? How did you feel about the seed in general?
I felt if Hookshot ended up in Turtle Rock, then I felt like I would have been ahead, or at least in step with him. But if Hookshot ended up somewhere else, then I would have felt behind.
Yeah, believe it or not, it was actually very interesting to watch. You both synced up for quite a while there. You checked the Meyer shed at the same time. You headed to Eastern at the same time. You both completed, I think, by the end of it all, I think Solski cleared Meyer as you were entering it. But only I think it was because of blacksmith checks, I believe. No, you checked the blacksmith before going up to Turtle Rock, I believe. And really, that was the difference up at that point.
Yeah, I also lost about a minute setting up a portal to go back into Palace of Darkness in case Eastern Palace didn't turn out good. And I realized even if I do have to go in the pod, it would have been probably a mistake because, especially since there was more stuff in Eastern than Pod. I shouldn't have gone there. I should have just gone from Flute 5 straight to Eastern Palace without entering the Dark World. I probably lost about a minute to that.
Yeah. What I liked the most about this race as a viewer was that you were both in ice. You entered ice almost exactly at the same time, and you both did a very different routing inside it, but you managed to finish the dungeon at the same time also, and it was like very nice.
Really? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, very different paths, and even like one of you killed Coldstare on the left, and the other one killed it on the right.
That's funny. For some reason, I can't get him in the right corner. It doesn't work for me. I always knock him into the left. I know most people like to hit him to the right for whatever reason. I felt really bad when I hadn't bomb jumped and Big Key turned out to be an iced tea room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did the bomb jump, and Solski just went back with the key, but so it made it like a different experience for this dungeon, but it turned out to be exactly the same time.
That's pretty funny.
Which was funny because
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wasn't paying attention to my item count, so I thought I only had 2 items left. So I went to iced tea, picked up the big key, and I tried doing the bomb jump back because I do bomb jump solve cross for my rope. And I actually failed the bomb jump. I was like, no. And then I mapped on my menu to hammer, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm good anyways. So it's pretty funny. Also,
another interesting fact is that you both glitched to get the bat check because crossproduct, you used the potion glitch to get the early powder, while Solski used the mushroom glitch, but it turned out to be only 20 rupees.
You know, what was funny is the way the key distribution was in Pod, I deduced that Bo couldn't be behind Bamos.
Yeah.
Because if you leave 2 keys that are Bo locked, there's one that you can't use in the basement as you finish the dungeon because you need Bo to get up to that point. But if you use every other key and lock yourself out of the dark room, then it would require a bomb jump to get in there. So it's kind of funny. The key distribution gave me a little bit of extra information, but it didn't really come down to it because Bo ended up being before I was able to enter Meyer anyway. But just a little tidbit there.
Yeah, good knowledge for sure. Before
Turtle Rock, were there any plays that were sticking out in either of your minds? And I guess Solski, we'll start with you, because watching this seed, it did feel very linear. There were a lot of bottlenecks, and there's a bottleneck with the bow and swamp, and then you bottlenecked with the mitts and eastern, and so on and so forth. Were there any checks that were in the back of your mind that you were like, man, I really wish I'd checked this, but I'm going for Turtle Rock now and just hoping hook shots there?
I guess I'll answer. Definitely Palace of Darkness. Since I sequence broke and got in there earlier, I thought, oh man, I got in early, but I didn't do a full clear of it. So that was the one thing in the back of my mind that would have made me feel behind if hookshot ended up there.
Same, because of Bo being in the swamp.
Yeah, the forced double dip of Swamp was very fun for us to watch. And also just the irony of Turtle Rock needing Quake, because you had two medallions, and right before you went into the dark room, I was like, well, surely it can't be Quake. The seed has already been trolly enough, and then Solski immediately goes to Dark World, and we see Quake.
I kind of expected it almost, and then I was like, well, it's probably going to be in Super Bunny. Otherwise, it's going to be Hookshot, so...
There was not going to be a lot of other places to check that you, like, clear the whole seed at this point.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was worried about, because I didn't commit to Helma, so that was probably the one backdoor that I was really, really worried about, was that he would have had the hookshot this whole time. I was like, well...
Yeah, because Elma was an item plus the green pendant, right?
No, he was going to be either Compass or Map.
Oh, okay, so just the green pendant.
Yeah.
All right.
We also know Boots would have either been at Helma from that green pendant or in T-Rock at Lake Laser Bridge or Trinex or Pedestal, so...
Oh yeah, the Boots could have been the big troll in this seed, but lucky for you guys, didn't happen.
Even the small key. The small key was a little scary to see there, because if big key's on the right side and a small key's on the right side as well, which actually might not be possible. But all the other three small keys showed up right away in Mini Stalfos room, so I was like, all right.
Solski scared us a bit in the desert when he went and grabbed a small key, and then he went into desert, and I was like, oh, but what if he boots locks himself, but then he came back, so
So I do that when I have a possibility of, say, either a useless item or item on Torch Scout, and Big Key and Map. So I don't have to go back to Big Key chest. I can just go right side mirror, go up, because it'll save me time in the long run.
Yeah, that's clever.
Yeah, we were really scared that you were going to make it a boots required seed there.
No. When I saw that Big Key, I was like, mirror, please, mirror.
When you mirrored, that all made sense, but I was like, oh my god, is it gonna be like the blunder of the century? and
then I forgot the big chest. I had to go back for that because I was so.
Hey, you sure you didn't want to steal the key and go back?
All right, so Solski, any final words for your fans or thoughts about the race?
Nope. Just thanks for watching as always, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And GG's across. That was pretty close.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. You earned it.
Crossproduct, any final words?
I need to practice. I probably could have saved a minute or two on execution in that run. Would have made a big difference. So just got to practice.
Gotcha. Well, it was a fantastic race. I encourage both of y'all to go watch the VOD because you'd be surprised how often y'all were actually in perfect sync. Very, very entertaining race for us to watch.
Oh yeah.
As a reminder, these runners did a great job, put on a great show for us. Please, please, please visit their channels, give them a follow. In terms of scheduling, it looks like we have a 10 p.m. race coming up on the Randomizer 2 channel with Voulagen versus Trident Tail. We also have a race on Speed Gaming 5 with F. Coughlin versus Fatboy 300. We also have the NMG tournament going on Speed Gaming 3 and Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland run going on Speed Gaming 2. So please feel free to check. I encourage you to follow all the Speed Gaming channels, all the links to the past Randomizer channels. Also, special thanks to my co-host, Scary Olive. Really enjoyed commentating this race with you. Do you have any final thoughts before we sign off?
No, man, it was very nice commentating with you. It was my first commentary here on Speed Gaming, so a bit nerve-wracking, but I think it was a lot of fun for me. And shout out to Axis of Anarchy, the tracker. Great job on his part. Also, his first time tracking, so lots of good time here.
Yeah, and also our restreamer, Hanson.
Oh, yeah. And thanks you to everybody, like the admins. Like today was a rough day for the, the tournament with the issues, but man, these guys behind that will do all the work. Shout outs to them, and shout outs to the whole community for being patient. Like there could have been like way more like drama, but it was very nice today.
Absolutely. You guys have a great evening, and we'll see you in the next randomizer race.
Goodbye.